When it comes to men's health, particularly sexual health, there's often hesitation to openly discuss solutions that go beyond prescriptions or quick fixes. One of the most fascinating areas of research right now is nutrition, and today we're going to focus on something as simple and natural as beets. Yes, that deep red root vegetable you probably associate with salads or juice bars may actually have a powerful impact on blood flow and erections. So let's unpack how this works. Beets are rich in dietary nitrates. When you consume them, your body converts these nitrates into nitric oxide. Why is this important? Because nitric oxide is a molecule that relaxes and widens blood vessels, improving circulation. Think of it as opening up highways inside your body, allowing your blood to flow more smoothly and efficiently. For men, this is crucial because proper blood flow is the foundation of achieving and maintaining strong erections. Now, some of you may be wondering, is this really comparable to medical treatments? While beets are not a replacement for prescribed medications, the science is clear that enhancing nitric oxide through diet can play a supportive role in sexual health. In fact, some of the most common prescription treatments for erectile dysfunction work on the exact same pathway, improving nitric oxide signaling. Beets just offer a natural boost to that system. But here's the key. Erections are not just about one factor, they reflect your overall health. High blood pressure, obesity, diabetes, and lack of exercise all contribute to poor circulation. If these issues aren't addressed, no amount of beet juice will solve the problem. That's why beets should be seen as part of a bigger picture, one that includes regular physical activity, a balanced diet, stress management, and good sleep. Let's talk about practical ways to include them. Drinking beet juice is one option, but roasting, steaming, or even grating raw beets into salads works just as well. Consistency matters more than a single serving. Pair them with leafy greens like spinach or arugula, which are also high in nitrates, and you'll amplify the effect. Now, it's also important to keep realistic expectations. Beets are not a magic pill. They won't cure underlying medical conditions, nor will they transform sexual health overnight. But what they can do is support a healthy vascular system, improve endurance, and give your body the raw materials it needs to function better. Over time, these small dietary habits can add up to noticeable improvements in energy, stamina, and yes, performance. For men who are looking for natural, evidence-based strategies to improve their health, starting with something as accessible as beets can feel empowering. It's about taking control, making proactive choices, and realizing that your body responds positively when you fuel it properly. So the next time you're at the grocery store, don't overlook that pile of red roots. They're more than just a vegetable. They're a reminder that health is built one choice at a time, and that even simple, natural foods can have a powerful impact on your vitality, your confidence, and your quality of life. When it comes to men's sexual health, one of the most overlooked yet crucial elements is blood flow. Erections are not just about arousal, they are a vascular event. The ability to achieve and sustain an erection depends heavily on the health of your circulatory system. This is where beets enter the picture. These simple root vegetables are packed with dietary nitrates that your body transforms into nitric oxide, a powerful molecule that widens blood vessels, improves circulation, and supports overall vascular health. Let's break this process down step by step. When you eat beets, the nitrates they contain are absorbed into your bloodstream. Through a series of reactions involving enzymes and oral bacteria, these nitrates are converted into nitric oxide. Nitric oxide then signals the smooth muscles lining your blood vessels to relax. This relaxation process, called vasodilation, allows blood vessels to expand, lowering blood pressure and increasing blood flow. For men, this is particularly important because erections are fundamentally a blood flow issue. When nitric oxide levels are adequate, the arteries supplying blood to the penis can dilate more effectively. This means more blood enters the erectile tissue, leading to firmer, longer-lasting erections. Without sufficient nitric oxide, even if you feel mentally aroused, the physical process of achieving an erection can be difficult. Interestingly, this mechanism is also the foundation of modern medical treatments for erectile dysfunction. Many commonly prescribed medications enhance nitric oxide signaling in the body, making it easier for blood vessels in the penis to dilate. What's fascinating is that beets essentially tap into this same pathway, naturally. They don't replace medication when needed, but they can provide a supportive boost for men who want to improve their sexual health through diet and lifestyle. Now, the benefits of increased nitric oxide go beyond the bedroom. Better blood flow means better oxygen delivery throughout the body. Athletes, for example, often use beet juice to improve stamina and endurance because enhanced circulation helps muscles perform more efficiently. For men over 40, this translates to more energy during workouts, quicker recovery times, and improved cardiovascular health, all of which also positively affect sexual function. But let's stay focused on the link between nitric oxide and erections. Erectile dysfunction is often one of the first warning signs of vascular disease. If the smaller blood vessels in the penis struggle to dilate, it can signal early issues with cardiovascular health. Supporting nitric oxide production through foods like beets can help maintain vascular flexibility, which benefits not only sexual health but also long-term heart health. Practical integration of beets into your diet doesn't need to be complicated. Drinking beet juice a few times a week is one option. Some studies show that the benefits of nitric oxide production can be felt within just a few hours of consuming beet juice. But consistency is key. Eating roasted beets, adding them to salads, or blending them into smoothies are easy ways to make them a regular part of your meals. Pairing beets with leafy greens such as spinach or arugula, which are also rich in nitrates, can amplify the nitric oxide boost. Of course, it's important to maintain realistic expectations. Beets are not a cure-all for erectile dysfunction. If there are underlying conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, or obesity, those need to be managed for true long-term results. However, by supporting nitric oxide production, beets can help create a more favorable environment for healthy blood flow. They act as a natural ally in the broader strategy of improving vascular and sexual health. What makes this so empowering is that it's a simple, accessible change. You don't need an elaborate supplement routine or expensive treatments to start improving your nitric oxide levels. You just need to make intentional dietary choices. Every time you put nutrient-rich, nitrate-packed foods like beets on your plate, you're supporting not just your circulatory system, but also your confidence, vitality, and sexual well-being. In conclusion, the science is clear. Nitric oxide is essential for healthy blood flow, and beets are one of the most effective natural sources to boost it. By increasing nitric oxide production, beets help widen blood vessels, improve circulation, and directly support stronger, healthier erections. This small dietary habit can be a game changer for men looking to optimize both their performance and their overall health. When men experience changes in their ability to achieve or maintain an erection, it is tempting to view the problem as isolated to sexual performance. But in reality, erections act as a window into overall health. They are not just a matter of desire or psychology, they are deeply tied to the body's cardiovascular, metabolic, and hormonal systems. In other words, when something isn't right with erections, it often points to broader issues that need attention. Let's start with the basics. Erections are vascular events. They depend on healthy blood flow, nerve signaling, and adequate hormone levels, particularly testosterone. If the arteries are stiffened by high blood pressure, narrowed by cholesterol buildup, or weakened by diabetes, blood cannot flow effectively to the penis. This is why erectile dysfunction is sometimes called the canary in the coal mine for heart disease. It is often one of the earliest warning signs of cardiovascular problems because the penile arteries are smaller and more sensitive to blockages than the larger coronary arteries. Now, let's connect this to lifestyle. Diet plays a central role. Diets rich in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats increase inflammation and damage blood vessels. On the other hand, a nutrient-dense diet, fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats supports vascular function and hormone balance. Foods high in antioxidants, nitrates, and omega-3 fatty acids keep blood vessels flexible and blood flowing smoothly. This directly influences the ability to have strong, reliable erections. Next comes exercise. Physical activity boosts circulation, strengthens the heart, and improves insulin sensitivity. All of these are crucial for sexual health. Regular exercise also raises natural testosterone levels, reduces stress, and improves body composition by lowering fat and building lean muscle. Even moderate activities like brisk walking or cycling for 30 minutes a day can make a noticeable difference in sexual performance. Men who exercise regularly often report improved stamina, stronger erections, and higher confidence. Sleep is another key factor that many overlook. During deep sleep, the body produces testosterone, repairs tissues, and balances hormones. Poor sleep disrupts this process, leading to fatigue, lower testosterone levels, and reduced sexual function. In fact, men with chronic sleep deprivation often notice both decreased libido and weaker erections. Sleep apnea, in particular, is strongly associated with erectile dysfunction because it limits oxygen supply and interferes with hormone production. Addressing sleep quality can therefore be a powerful tool in restoring sexual health. Then there's stress. Chronic stress elevates cortisol, a hormone that competes with testosterone. High cortisol levels not only dampen sexual desire but also impair erection quality. Stress also leads to unhealthy coping habits, overeating, drinking, smoking, or being sedentary, all of which damage vascular health. Mental well-being is inseparable from physical performance. Men who learn to manage stress through meditation, deep breathing therapy, or physical activity often notice a dramatic improvement in their sexual function. What makes erections such a fascinating marker of health is that they integrate all these factors. A man who eats poorly, sleeps poorly, avoids exercise, and lives under constant stress is highly likely to experience sexual difficulties. On the flip side, a man who takes care of his body and mind is far more likely to maintain strong erections into his 40s, 50s, and beyond. It's not just about sexual performance, it's about longevity, vitality, and quality of life. It's also important to remember that psychological health is deeply connected. Anxiety, depression, or performance fears can worsen erection problems even when the body is physically healthy. Addressing mental health alongside physical health creates the most comprehensive and lasting results. So what does this mean practically? If you want to improve your erections, you must look at the bigger picture of health. Start by nourishing your body with whole foods, prioritizing regular exercise, ensuring 79 hours of quality sleep, and developing tools to manage stress. These lifestyle changes not only improve blood flow and hormone levels, but also reduce the risk of chronic diseases that harm both longevity and sexual health. In short, erections are not just about the bedroom. They are reflections of the heart, the blood vessels, the hormones, and even the mind. Paying attention to them is like listening to your body's health report card. Instead of seeing erection difficulties as a source of shame, they can be reframed as a valuable signal, an invitation to improve overall wellness. When men begin to address diet, exercise, sleep, and stress, they often find that not only do their erections improve, but so does their energy, mood, and confidence in every area of life. When it comes to men's health, particularly sexual health, many people are on the lookout for a quick fix. It's easy to be tempted by supplements, pills, or one-time solutions that promise instant results. But the truth is more nuanced. Beets, for example, have gained attention for their ability to improve circulation and support erections. Yet, while they are powerful allies in boosting blood flow and vitality, they are not magic bullets. Beets should be understood as a supportive aid, something that contributes to a larger lifestyle strategy, not something that replaces the foundations of health. Let's first look at why beets are considered helpful. Their high nitrate content boosts nitric oxide production, which relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. This mechanism can directly enhance performance by allowing more blood to flow to vital areas, including the penis. Studies show that regular consumption of beet juice or beet-based foods can lower blood pressure, improve exercise stamina, and support vascular health, all of which benefit sexual performance. So yes, they work, but they work best when placed into the context of consistent habits. Here's where many men get it wrong. They may try drinking beet juice once before a date or occasionally adding beets to a meal and expect dramatic improvements. But the benefits of beets are cumulative. Just like exercising once won't build lasting muscle, eating beets sporadically won't create sustained improvements in circulation. The real power lies in consistent use. Making beets a regular part of your diet, whether through juice, roasted vegetables, or salads, helps keep nitric oxide levels more stable and provides ongoing support for vascular health. Still, it's crucial to understand the limits. Beets will not cure underlying conditions like advanced cardiovascular disease, diabetes, or severe hormonal imbalances. If erectile dysfunction stems from these medical issues, professional treatment is essential. Beets can assist by improving blood flow, but they cannot reverse years of damage or replace necessary medications. In fact, for some men, erectile difficulties are the first visible signs of deeper health problems that require medical evaluation. This is why it's so important to see beets not as a cure, but as part of a supportive, holistic approach. Another limitation to consider is individuality. Not every man will respond the same way. Some may notice a subtle boost in stamina and erection quality within days of adding beets to their diet. Others may not feel much change at all, especially if other health issues are present. This doesn't mean beets are ineffective. It simply means that their impact is influenced by the overall state of your body. Think of them as a helpful tool rather than a guaranteed solution. But here's where the perspective shifts, because even if beets aren't a cure, their consistent use can still create meaningful changes over time. Improving circulation not only supports erections, but also enhances overall vitality. Better blood flow means better oxygen delivery to the muscles, brain, and organs. This can translate into higher energy levels, sharper mental focus, and improved exercise performance. When men feel stronger and more energized, their confidence naturally rises, which further supports sexual performance. Let's take an example. Imagine a man in his mid-40s who begins drinking beet juice 3 to 4 times a week while also committing to regular exercise and a balanced diet. Over a few months, his blood pressure may drop, his endurance in workouts may improve, and his erections may feel firmer and more reliable. Did the beets alone cause this transformation? No, but they played a meaningful role in supporting his cardiovascular system alongside his other lifestyle changes. This is the key message: beets should be seen as part of a toolkit. They are one of many natural strategies, along with exercise, stress management, sleep optimization, and nutrient-dense foods that collectively enhance vitality and sexual performance. Instead of looking for one miracle cure, men benefit most when they embrace a holistic approach where each small action builds toward long-term results. In conclusion, beets are indeed a natural aid with scientifically backed benefits for blood flow, stamina, and erections. But they are not a cure for erectile dysfunction or poor health. Their true power lies in consistent use paired with other healthy lifestyle practices. When incorporated regularly, they can enhance vitality, performance, and overall well-being. Think of them not as a magic pill, but as a supportive ally, a reminder that nature offers powerful tools, but lasting health always comes from a commitment to the bigger picture.